Yo, what's up, everybody? Today, I'm going to tell you all about how I started my own business. Are you guys ready for this? This is an amazing story. It's crazy cool, but I'm going to abbreviate it because it's like long, and I'm going to tell it to you in just about a time. So, the reason I started my whole business was because I was working for this company, and I they were like, "Hey Dan, we want you to go to Houston. We want you to move to Houston. Hey Dan, we want you to move to Houston. Hey Dan, we want you to move to Houston. Hey Dan, you need to move to Houston. You're gonna get a promotion. Hey Dan, you won't get a promotion unless you move to Houston." And I was like, "Dude, I live in Colorado. Why the heck would I want to move to Houston?" And if y'all live in Houston, I'm sorry. Houston's a great place, but Colorado doesn't have the humidity. It has mountains, and it doesn't have that same smell that Houston has. I spent a lot of time in Houston, actually Conroe Woodlands area, but I spent a lot of time there, so I know a little bit about it. I spent a lot of time in a lot of places. My point is like I didn't want to move to Houston, and so they hired another guy to be my manager, and I laughed because I went to the president of the company. I was like, you don't have to live in Houston to be the actual lead of this team, right? Like, you can live anywhere in the world, and we can just travel there when we need to for meetings. No, you gotta be in the office. You can't just trust you to do stuff when you're in the office. Like, you trust me to do stuff right now, and I'm not in the office? I don't understand the problem. Anyways, so they passed me up for that once. I applied for a second time. They gave it to somebody else because the other guy didn't work out. He sucked. They applied for somebody. The next guy they hired sucked. The next guy they hired sucked. And I just got tired of dealing with it. So when I went to the president, I was like, "Yeah, y'all have wasted a lot of time. I think I'm just going to start my own business. I appreciate the opportunity to work with you." And they're like, "What would it take to get you to stay with us?" And I was like, I'm just going to try my own thing because I saw that there was this huge opportunity to serve other businesses that were smaller. So at the time, I was working for the largest non-union oil and gas contractor in the world. We were in the United States, not in the world. We were doing a couple $1 billion in revenue a year. It was amazing, actually. It was a great company to work for, great people at the top of it that just had some ideals I didn't necessarily agree with. But I looked out and I was like, man, there's so many companies out here that have 1 truck, 2 trucks, 100 trucks, and they don't have anybody on their team that's giving them guidance on DOT. They don't have anybody on their team that's giving them guidance on driver training. They don't have anybody on their team that's giving them any kind of guidance around anything when it comes to this. Why don't I start a business for somebody who's been in the industry, who started as a truck driver, who worked my way up through safety and management and into DOT compliance? I know, only God knows why you get into that. That's like the worst part of the industry ever to be in, is the compliance side of it. But that's where I was meant to be. That's where God called me to be at. That's where He gave me the opportunity to be, and I took it. But why don't we have somebody like that who actually comes in, who gives real world advice on how to help companies reduce risk and really give the same upper hand to the small guys that these big companies have? Swift has a team of, I can't tell you, probably 20 or 30 compliance specialists for their freaking fleet of 20,000, 30,000 trucks, whatever they got on the road, 50,000, I don't know. I didn't look up any numbers before I decided to shoot this video, but it's like, they have this team, they have this ability to employ people who make hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars to be their compliance specialists. But the guy who runs 2 dump trucks, the guy who runs a landscape business, the guy who runs a concrete business, the guy who runs a gravel pit, the guy who delivers propane, the company who does all this stuff, they don't have the ability to hire somebody and pay them 6-figure salary to be their compliance person. Like, not even close. They don't have anywhere near that, and they can't afford to do that, right? So what if we made something that was affordable for people to use, and they got a part-time compliance person, but on top of that, we just did everything for them on the back end paperwork, so they didn't have to learn it. They could focus on growing their business. That's why we created Eclipse DOT. That's why we built it. That's why I stepped out on my own. The lead up to it of not actually getting the promotions that I should have got because I wouldn't move to Houston, even though they were like, "Yeah, we want you to take this job. Yeah, we want to offer it to you, but you gotta move to Houston." And I was like, to be honest, I actually almost moved to Houston a couple times. But my point is like, I feel so much better being able to give the underdog the upper hand when it comes to all this stuff, because we work with hundreds of clients right now, and they're like, "Yeah, we had no idea what was required, and you just save us so much money every single year on what you do. This is amazing. Thank you for what you do." And so that's why we started Eclipse DOT. If you want to be a part of it, we'd love to have you. We'd love to chat with you. We'd love to help you out. We'd love to bring you into our family. because it's more than just a community. It's more than just a business. Our people are our family. We take care of them. I was on a phone call last night with somebody at 8:30 at night, me personally helping them fix something that we don't even handle for them. They should be doing it on their own. And I was on the phone with them personally because they called me and they're like, hey, Dan, can you call me? And I was like, yeah. So I called them and I was like, aren't you at work right now? Because they have 2 jobs. And they're like, yeah, I'm at work right now. Would it be better if we talked this evening? Yeah, it totally would. Can you call me? I was like, yeah, I'm pretty busy until like 7:30 o'clock at night, but 7:30, I'll call you after I get done. They're like, perfect. Call me when you get done. I was on the phone with them from 8 to 8:30. And then I stayed up till 8:30, 8:45. Like, I started working at 8:45, 9 o'clock, fixing their problem. It wasn't even my problem to fix. That's what we do. That's how we work. That's the best thing about what we do is it's not about our survival. Well, it is, right? But it's about serving you guys. It's about serving our customers. It's about being there for our family. It's about when you call us, yeah, we may not answer right away, but when you text us and be like, hey, call me. I'm going to call you back and I'm going to be like, hey, what's up? What you need? Somebody on my team is going to be like, hey, how can we help you? Right? That's what we do. That's what we do best is we're there for our family. Okay? So why not be a part of the Eclipse DOT family? You get all this cool stuff, right? Not to mention crazy nice t-shirts. All right, we'll chat with you guys later. Bye.